Well, good morning. It's about 9 o'clock and I am finally getting going. Pretty interesting night last night. I actually slept pretty well, even though the tent setup was pretty sketchy. I have run out of my battery pack, so I'm going to be really being careful about battery usage on the phone. The route this morning is not supposed to be too difficult in the sense of finding it. It looks like I'm just going to be heading up this way, staying within 100 feet or so of the creek until it goes over a knoll, drops down to a creek crossing. Hopefully that won't be too hairy. Anyway, time to get started. Hope you like Manzanita. Trail starts off pretty clear. These ducks are helpful, so up there then, yes. More rocks, more ducks, more trail. So far so good. Mostly just relying on ducks, although there do seem to be competing ducks. Even Wendell warned about that. He said they'll basically all get you the same way. So I'm just heading this way. I think the idea is to basically try to stay on top of this ridge, not drop down too far, because you want to go over it on the eastern side and down to the creek crossing. Given how things went yesterday, I am just thankful for every step that I know is en route. If anything, this section is overducked. It's really nice. Looks like someone's built a campsite here. Ah, yes, this would be great if you had water. Not too far above the creek. The view up here isn't too bad. Wow. It's 9:45. I just took about a 20-minute break. I needed coffee. Decided to hold off and have coffee somewhere really cool. And I did. Outstanding. Well, this might be it, Summit City Canyon. Thank you for the beautiful views. All right, I just came kind of curving through this rock field. Plenty of ducks to follow. Look at that. Oh man, awesome. Okay, I said earlier that this area was a little over-ducked, if anything. But you know what, I'm taking that back. Because if you've made it this far, I don't care how nice the trail looks, you just deserve some ducks. It's nice to just be able to move when you want to. Don't forget to look up out here. It's so tempting to just keep your eyes on the ground looking for trail. But this is the reason you're out here. Not this. I just came over the top of the knoll, and I don't know if you can hear this. But that out there sounds like the Mokelumne. Got a little mini half dome going up there. Oh, look at this. Every time I almost hit stop on the camera. Yeah, we're gonna have to check this out, right? Heck yeah, we are. Just up from that amazing view, you actually start going uphill. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I just came down this trail and that cool outlook was on my left, not my right. Hey, look at that awesome spot. Am I stopping there? You bet I am. Am I gonna get turned around and hike the wrong way? Also. Okay, here we go. Both the ducks and the GPS confirm that I'm just an idiot. When you've got a really good trail and all of a sudden you don't, it's best to just go back to where you last knew you were on trail. Take a breath, figure out what's going on. Is the trail being stupid? Or am I being stupid? Probably me. Okay, I know I'm going off trail, but this sounds like a thing that needs to be seen. Okay, remember, Doug, when you go back to the trail, take a right. Ooh, I hear something cool. Oh, coolness. Almost at the bottom, as you can see. I'd really like to keep going, but this is steeper than it looks, and I can see both sides of the waterfall, so other than belly crawling just to see a few more feet, I think I'd just rather not take my chances. Love old manzanita. Okay, just kidding. bit of uphill here. Nice little curated path here. Oh, there's water. I see it. Well, I suppose this could be a creek crossing if there was water in it, or enough water. Another big log up there too. This looks like a duck. Kind of assumed there'd be one on the other side. Not entirely sure how it could matter. I'm just going to cross here. Oh yeah, pretty. Don't want to cross here though. So yeah, thinking the actual crossing is farther down here. Just gonna poke around till I find it. Whoa. Cool. At this point, I'm just going to try to find a way across, pop out on the other side, and see where I am. Pretty easy this time of year. Now the big question is, am I on trail? Hey, it is 10:53, and as it turns out, I did cross the creek a little early. Not a huge deal. What I'm gonna do is just pick my way through this until I find it. I can already see kind of an angle there that looks like the corner. So I'm gonna take a little breather here, change the batteries out and stuff. All right, water is refilled, drinks remixed, batteries changed. Time to get going. So I'm gonna head down, try to pick up the trail, and then start the ascent. So I came to this big cool log just like a couple minutes after trying to pick the trail up, and now everything is saying that I'm on the other wrong side of it. So I think the idea is just to get up on top of this hill. And I can see a couple sunny spots with no brush, so I'm just gonna climb up and meet the trail up there. You know, one slip out here, just not worth it. So let's get up through this. All right, I'm up on top. Just gonna look around here and see if I see any ducks. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna go back toward the creek a bit so I can see if I can tell where the actual trail came from. Oh, okay, I see it now. So right through there is that fallen log. Right over there is the older one going across the creek. And right down in between where this tree is kind of leaning way out over is the trail. I don't feel like going down there and climbing back up very much. So look for that big tree leaning out there and just climb right on up and you'll be on your way. And that's where I came out. Any ducks here. Up and over. I'm gonna try that. Up and over was correct. Hey, it's 11:40. I believe I'm at the top of the hill coming up from the creek crossing. I'm about to go into what looks like a forested area. And I'm not sure if this is the so-called enchanted forest, or as my friend Gregory calls it, the unenchanted forest. It looks like it's pretty flat. You're gonna be in a bit of a canyon. Want to kind of stick to the right side wall because eventually you'll be climbing over that in between a knoll and the canyon wall and dropping down into Camp Irene. So here we go. Wow, it's very pretty. Looking like this may take a while, folks. Oh, wow. Incredible place, though. Look at these. Now what? So far, so good. Hey, a duck. Now that it's super obvious where to go. So I am, as you can see, pretty close to the edge of the canyon. That is where I want to be. So other than that one tree down, it wasn't too bad so far. Trail-wise, you know, it was all but gone, but it wasn't that hard to find. Feeling pretty confident that I'm on it now. There's a pretty obvious trail. I'm seeing a duck or two here or there. Looks like we might be getting back into the forest, so we shall see. Tell you what, I'm officially very happy with the ducks on this route. This looks like a nice, easy way to get through, but the trail is actually over here. Now, I scraped my foot along in a dotted line to make it more obvious where it is, but if it hadn't been for that duck and that duck, I'd have probably wanted to go off that way. Not that that necessarily would have been a bad thing, but if you're trying to stay on the trail, you got to keep your eyes open. Sometimes you walk into what appears to be a wall, and it just turns out to be a corner, and the trail is right around it. It's amazing to think how much your experience of a route can change or be different from somebody else's, you know, just by going a few feet off. If I had gone around that rock, I would have missed this whole thing. But what am I missing on the other side of that rock? I don't know. What's down there? What's over here? Am I even on trail? Ah! This path seems to be hugging the granite, kind of the wall of the canyon. And you can't really go too wrong doing that, I don't think. Nice campsite here. Interesting red rock right here in the midst of all this stuff. Ooh! Like I said before, don't forget to look up. All right, it's 12 o'clock. All right, it's 12 o'clock. Hey, everybody, it's 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. I am in a flat part of the trail. In not too long, I should be heading right, heading west, and doing about a 200-foot climb up and around the big rock thing that separates the trail from the Mokelumne River. Then it is a drop down into Camp Irene. Only question really about tonight is going to be which side of the Mokelumne I'm going to be camping on. That is going to have to do with how easy I think it's going to be to get across. So take a few more minutes break here and then head off. funny when I see these kind of obvious footsteps. I wonder if this is somebody that I know. One of the people that I've been talking to about this trail who were here recently. So I got off trail again. I think I'm back on it now, but not really that concerned about it. Just don't want to miss the turnoff to the climb. My advice through here would be to just stay to your right. If at any point you feel like you've gotten lost, you're off trail, first of all, look around. It's no big deal. You can walk all over through here. But if you do want to stay close to the path, if you're in kind of a hurry, just make sure that you're not too far away from the edge of the rocks here. This might even be my turnoff. Don't see any ducks. Probably a decent time for a GPS check. Okay, well, I do get off trail. Just kind of walk to the left down this creek bed. So I'm going to follow it up a little ways. I'm not sure if this is the trail or not, but it's certainly an easier way to get through here than stepping over all the dead trees. Well, good news. Apparently, following this creek bed wasn't a bad idea. GPS says I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Well, that was not correct. Now the GPS says I'm way above the trail. I don't really understand what's going on. I'm walking around, and the needle's not moving, so where am I? All right, well, the creek was not a terrible idea. Onyx actually shows two routes through here, one that hugs the creek and even crosses it. I actually had that marked as a creek crossing, so I think that's the one that I was gonna plan to go on. However, at this point, it looks like the trail is back that-a-way, and if I keep going up here, it's gonna actually take me away from the route that I wanna be on, which is closer to there. So I'm gonna walk up between these rocks and basically just start climbing. It looks like as long as I head that direction and climb, I'll be in good shape. So I moved to my left until I came to a creek. GPS said move right. So I did, and I'm in a creek again. I'm just gonna keep following this for a while. 1 o'clock check-in. I'm still basically just climbing up any one of the dry creeks that I can. It looks like I'm getting pretty close to the top. GPS says I should be taking a hard left any second now, but I'm guessing it's not here. So I'm gonna go up a little bit and see if there is a path to the left. Well, this is looking like a big oops. And I got this big giant wall in front of me. This is what happens when you follow the two creeks. They become one. I haven't seen anywhere to turn left all the way here. So I don't know. Maybe I gotta climb this thing. Ooh. It's really cool. Kinda can't believe that climbing up two creeks and then scrambling up that was what Winnet had in mind. I'm gonna go back here to where the GPS says the turn is and have another look. That log is just a little bit upstream from pretty much exactly where the GPS says to turn. So I'm here. Well, I don't know. It looks like I can get through up there, so I'm just going to go and see what happens. Okay, I just came through there. Seems to be a bit of a path here. So maybe that log is it. Kind of place I'd hope to see some ducks, but this looks much more like trail than anything I've seen for about the last hour. So I don't know if you can see this, but way down there in that little open area are some ducks. The trail winds around up here to where I just popped out, but the actual trail is down there. So all of this is leading here. So I should have come up a lot earlier. I went way too far up the creek, but I know I want to be climbing right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got ducks. GPS says I'm off trail a bit, but that's probably just like margin of error type thing. Whew. And now I can't breathe, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Very nice. Follow the cones. This area is a lot more forested than I expected. With that big knoll off to the left, I kind of thought you'd be looking at it, but nothing but trees. But that rock, you take a slight right actually and just go straight up the hill. Some serious climbing up this hill. Do not underestimate it. There are ducks, there are trails, so if you don't see one, stop and just kind of poke around until you find one. Looks like I'm nearing the top. Oh boy. Whew. See a duck up there? Okay. Up and over those rocks, and then I should come to the split and take a left to Camp Irene. Headed downhill. It's about 150, I think. Next thing to look for will be the split. But right now, I just want to get to Camp Irene and know that this part has been accomplished. Bushwhacking. That seems to work out pretty nice. Nice open stretch. Ducks again. Just gonna keep going this way. According to the satellite imagery, you just want to kind of keep forest to your right, come down this big rocky expanse. When you get to the bottom, you kind of veer left through the trees. I'm hoping there'll just be more ducks. I'm not sure which one of these is Mount Reba, but that's what I'm climbing tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, respect to whoever figured this out. So you want to go that way. After a series of large granite steps, the trail once again rejoins the creek off to the west, and you re-enter a beautiful forest. This is pretty great, I must say. Oh, the creek is gorgeous. Now this is more like what I was expecting. There was just a little bit more rock crossing to do first. Big giant rock, campfire, log across a body of water. This is it. I am at Camp Irene. Just in case there was any doubt. Hello. Lake Alpine, 6 miles. Cedar Camp. Munson Meadows, 5. This is it. I am at Camp Irene. I'll give you a little tour down there in a second. It is 2:40. Well, the Mokelumne is not low. Yowza. So I'm guessing down here is maybe where the crossing is. Oh boy. Right through there. I see the log that seemed like I was reading a lot about, but it's over on the other side. It doesn't cross the Mokelumne, it's parallel with it. Unless that's another place you have to get across. It looks to me like it's just on the shore. Wow, this is like straight up sand here. Yeah, not crossing here. Yeah, this is going to be wet. Now my idea, looking at the maps and satellites and stuff, was to go up there and find a crossing and just do whatever you got to do to get over to here. That looks a lot better. So I am going to hike up through here and just see what it looks like. Yes! Yes! Ha! Nothing but shoes, baby! Yeah! Oh. What a rush. Whew. So I'm hoping I can just get back around through here. If not, I'll have to climb over this, but honestly, at this point, I do not care. All right, just a little bit of scrambling, and I am on the other side of the Mokelumne River. Whew. I've heard there are some campsites up here, but man, I'd put a tent down right here. There's that log. All right, Camp Irene. Well, I think that was a good decision. I'm not very wet. Boots are soaked, but they can dry overnight. All of my clothes will dry. As tired as I am, I did explore a little bit. My friend Dominion has taught me. And I found a pretty epic looking campsite. So just up from the White Log in the Mokelumne River is this big riverbed. Slosh, slosh, slosh. That log that's lying right there is pointing right over here at a really killer campground. Somewhere up here is a log. There it is. So this is where I will spend night 3 on the other side of the Mokelumne River.